The new channel. The new channel.
The views, opinions, and insights expressed in the following show are those of the hosts, producers, guests, and viewers. They do not necessarily reflect the position of the channel. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello everyone, welcome to the new channel. Here to help you see the new you. My name is Wanlu and this is the Puppet Stories. All right, good afternoon everyone. Today is August 11. This is the Tuesday edition of the Puppet Stories. We have a very special guest all the way from Egypt, but before we call her out, first we have a guest performer. She is 8 years old, relatively a new ventriloquist, but very impressive. As a matter of fact, the first time I saw her, I was really impressed. Even my friends, when we saw her performance in one of her videos, we loved it immediately. So she is with us this afternoon to entertain all of you with her puppet Kikai. Please welcome all the way from Quezon City, Shania H. Sarangay. Let's go, Shania.
Hello mga kapapet! Ako po si Shanea at ito po ang kaibigan ko na si Kikay! Alam mo ba, Kikay, maraming nanonood sa atin ngayon dahil nandito tayo ngayon sa The Puppet Story with Wanlu. Oh? Si Shanea? Ito ang first guesting natin, kaya takot gagalingan natin. Tama ka dyan, Kikay. Pero, Kikay, naiisip mo na ba ang naiisip ko? Tayang naisip nga, Shania. Kakantahan natin ang ating mga dakilang frontliners o wagang bayani dahil hindi sila susukong magtrabaho at hindi nangangamba na mahawa sa kumakalat na sakit. Kaya sabay-sabay tayong magpasalamat sa Panginoon dahil hindi na tayo pinapabayaan sa kahit anong pagsubok at lagi tayong kinagayan. Give thanks with a grateful heart. Give thanks to the Holy One. Give thanks because He's given Jesus Christ, His Son. Give thanks with a grateful heart. Give thanks to the Holy One. Give thanks because He's given Jesus Christ, His Son. And now let the weak say, I am strong. Let the poor say, I am rich because of what the Lord has done for us. And now let the weak say, I am strong. Let the horse say, I am rich. Because of what the Lord has done for us. Give thanks. Thank you po. God bless you po. At wag niyo pong wag niyo pong kalimutan na mag-subscribe sa aking YouTube channel. Search niyo lang po ang name ko, Shanae Sarangay. Thank you po. God bless you po. Thank you po.
All right. Thank you very much, Shania and Kikay. Tama ba, Shania?
Opo,
Yan,
Kikay
Nicolo,
po.
sige, mamaya, babalik ka ha. You will perform again at the latter part of the show. In the meantime, thank you very much, Shania. Palakpakan natin si Shania. Thank you.
Thank you po. Thank you po.
Thank you, Kikay. Ang galing-galing ng Tito Wanlu. Oo, and she's only 8 years old, Nicolo. 8 years old? Ganun na kagaling? Oo, kaya nga. Very promising ventriloquist from Quezon City, Shania. She's only 8 years old, but I think she's turning 9 soon. Mamaya, pagbalik ni Shania, balikan natin, alamin natin. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our main guest for this afternoon. We have the director and puppet designer of the Cairo Puppet Theater in Egypt. Please welcome my good friend, my very good friend, Mai Mohab. Miss Mai, hello.
Hello, dear Wanlu. How are you?
Hi, Mai, and welcome to the Puppet Stories. How are you today?
Yeah, I'm fine. And you?
I'm okay. I'm doing good. I don't know if you remember Nicola. Hi, Mai. Hi,
Sure, he's
how are
my old
you?
friend. I'm fine, Nicola. How are you? Miss you.
I'm
Long
doing
time.
okay. I miss you too.
Long time didn't see.
Yeah, I think the last time we saw each other was in Kanchanaburi. Is that correct?
Yeah. Next.
I think
Yeah,
in Kanchanaburi, Thailand. Yeah. All
yes,
right, Mai. First
definitely.
things first. What time is it now in Egypt, and how's the weather?
It's 11 and it's summer. Hot.
Oh, 11 and summer. It's hot.
11
Well,
a. Yes, in
11
the morning.
a.m.
Yes,
Oh
in the
yeah,
late.
yeah. Here in Manila, it's late afternoon, and the weather is well, it's a bit rainy. So
Oh,
anyway, yeah. Well, different parts of the world. So if it's sunny there, here it's a little bit rainy, and it's late in
yeah.
the afternoon. Late in the afternoon, Nicola. All
Yes.
right, we don't want to waste time. I remember the last time we were together was in Kanchanaburi, Thailand, for the
Yes.
Harmony World Puppet Festival. But before that, we were also together in Kuching, Malaysia, and
Yes.
also in Bangkok. You remember all those festivals?
Yes, and also in Vietnam, in Hanoi.
Oh, that's the first time we were together.
Yes.
That was in Hanoi. Yeah, now I remember. I almost forgot. Yeah, the first time we were together was in Hanoi, and
Yeah.
I was shocked with that festival because it's my first time to perform ventriloquism in Vietnam, and didn't work quite well as we were hoping it would because of the language barrier. Anyway, I'm interested because we've been together for several puppetry festivals. You mentioned Hanoi, Bangkok, Kanchanaburi, and Kuching, Malaysia. How did you start? How did you start in puppetry?
Okay, let's see. Actually, I have graduated from the Faculty of Fine Arts, and my doctor was the pioneer of puppetry in the Middle East, Dr. Nagi Shaker. So he inspired me a lot. He's the designer of the very big and famous, the most famous performance in the whole Arab countries, the big الليلة الكبيرة, the big night. It's translation actually. So I was learning all the kinds of scenography and designing sets and puppets and costumes, but my heart goes with puppetry. After I has been graduated, I worked in the Cairo Puppet Theater. This is related to the Ministry of Culture in Egypt. as a puppet designer and a decor or set designer as well. But now, after many years of work, I'm also director there.
I see. Is Cairo Puppet Theater under the Ministry of Culture?
Yes,
So
yes,
you work directly with the Ministry of Culture of Egypt.
yes, exactly. But
Wow,
also,
that's very interesting.
but also, I have my own project, my puppetry. Sometimes I work it as a independent artist.
Oh, I see. So aside from doing projects for the Ministry of Culture of Egypt, you also have your own personal
Yes,
projects.
yes.
Okay, Mai, I have a question too.
Yeah, Nicola, please, it was my pleasure.
Okay, good. Mai, can you please tell everyone what kind of puppets do you have?
Ah, okay. I have many. You mean what I have now, or you want me to talk about the puppets that I can do in general?
Yeah, the puppets that you do in general.
Yes, I'm working like all the kinds of puppets actually. I'm doing marionettes, I'm doing gloves, I'm doing Muppets, I'm doing rod puppets, I'm doing the super marionettes, I mean the big masks that the person wear, as well as I do water puppetry. And this is my
Right.
great passion.
Oh, I see. Hey, we'll talk about water puppetry in a little while. But I'm just interested. You mentioned a lot of different kinds of puppetry, puppets, and
Yes,
puppetry arts. What was the very first one you tried?
marionettes.
Marionettes. All right.
Yes.
And uh, um, where did you learn how to do marionettes? Or do you have marionettists in Egypt?
Okay, I learned how to design marionettes in the faculty, but it was the academic part. When I was employed in the Cairo Puppet Theater, after a few years, I have to design a whole performance by me. So I learned how to do it in real life, not only in academic way. So in the theater actually, which I belong.
And oh, I see. But we're talking about marionettes because in Vietnam, I was surprised when they say marionette, they mean puppetry in general. But when you say marionette, do you mean the
String.
string operated puppets? Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, because I remember my first time in Hanoi. It was my second festival, actually. My first was in Malaysia. We had no problem with language. So the show went very well. My second time was in Vietnam. We had a little problem with the language barrier. And that is actually why we started doing marionettes. So that even if we perform in a country that there's a language barrier, we won't have a problem. So you learned marionettes, and what was the second kind of puppetry that you learned?
Okay, my first performance as designer, it has different kinds of puppets. So the first marionettes and the top table puppets as well, and rod puppets, and also the super marionettes. All of them were combined together in this performance. It was called The Moonlight is Happy. By the way, we performed it in Hanoi. I don't know if you saw it or
Oh,
not. Yeah.
I, yeah, of course I did. I was there. I remember your performance. Uh, you had a video behind you. Do I remember correctly? You had a video of an AVP behind you, correct?
Yes, but in a very
Yes.
like, but you have a very good memory, so you remember it.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember actually, but those are one of the things that I remember because it was a unique way of presenting a puppet show, and I think that stuck with me or something. Now, I do marionettes and I do ventriloquist puppets. I mean, I use marionettes in my act, and I also use ventriloquist puppets like Niccolo.
What? I'm not a puppet, I'm a real boy.
He thinks he's a real boy, so just go with him.
Sorry.
What do you think?
You
I think I'm a real boy. I'm a real boy.
Okay, you're a
yes,
real boy.
Yeah, I'm a real boy. No, don't listen to him. I'm a real boy.
I know,
And a
Nicola, you
real
are my friend. Yeah, yeah, you
oh,
are a real
see,
boy. I will
she
bring my
knows.
daughters to play with you.
Okay, good. Good. Thank you, Nai.
Right, she knows.
Yeah, she
Welcome.
knows.
Yes.
All right, I use marionettes and I use ventriloquist puppets, but I think marionette performing with marionettes is more difficult than performing with a ventriloquist puppet. What about you? What do you find more difficult in your roster of puppets?
Okay, I didn't manipulate all of them. Actually, in a professional way, I mean, I'm doing them and I designing the puppets. But the one that took me a lot, the water puppetry. I'm water puppeteer. I can play water puppet. But in my point of view, by using the puppets, I think same of you. I believe that the string puppets need more. Effort to do. Yeah, because the Muppets it's a bit easier. I never tried the ventriloquist puppets, but it's kind of the Muppets. It's easier than the string puppets. I see. Yeah, I believe with you this, and also
Yeah.
the water puppets as well. It's not easy to do. It's the most
Oh,
difficult one in my opinion. Yeah,
I see.
you have
Well, we'll learn.
special technique.
We'll talk more about water puppetry. I'm actually excited to ask you about that. But I just want to reiterate that yes, I think playing with marionettes or performing with marionettes is a lot more difficult than hand puppets, the
Yes.
Muppet type, and the ventriloquist figures like this, because basically they're just seated on a stand like this. So all you have to do is make sure the hand or the head is
Yeah.
animated. Unlike with marionettes, you need to make sure that the legs are balanced, the feet are balanced when they walk. It's really more difficult. All
Yeah,
right.
I think
Okay.
so.
Okay, Nai, I had another question.
What?
Uh, what's your favorite food?
Food. We're not talking about food. We're talking about puppets.
What I want to know. It's me asking, not you. Nai, what's your favorite
Okay.
food?
In front of
Food.
kids, I have to say vegetables, but in real, I will tell you the real one. I love pizza.
Pizza. Is pizza
Yes, but
famous?
don't tell anyone.
Well, my pizza's famous in Italy, also in Hanoi. They also have nice pizza. Even in Manila, we have really, really delicious pizza. But is
Yeah.
pizza also famous in Egypt?
Yes. Yes. Sure.
Wow, cool. Okay, Nicola, stop asking about food. You're making me hungry. Ask my something about puppetry.
Okay, Nai, who
Yes.
inspired you in the field of puppetry?
Well, that's a good question. Who inspired you, Mai?
Yeah. Okay. My doctor, Dr. Nagi Shaker, may God bless his soul. He inspired me in this field, and then. I started my way, my journey. Actually, it's a journey because life is journey. We have to experience some stuff, and then we choose what we want to do. Uh, and also my boss in work, he was very inspiring, Mr. Fatouh Ahmed. And my parents, my husband, my family, they are really supportive. Who else? But regarding water puppetry, I will have to say a lot and a lot and a lot of people who inspired me, especially with, I will start with the main person. I think he's my godfather, Mr. Chulu, and my friends Lay and Mrs. Twee. I think you know her,
Yeah,
Wanlu. Yeah, she's my. I told her you are my guardian. uh, yeah, I love them all actually, and a lot of people, a lot and a lot. Mrs. Ha and I can't. Mrs. Nee, rest in peace. Also, a lot of people. I can just say few names because they are many, and if I will mention only few names, I feel
right, right. I understand. Yeah, I
yeah.
remember that director because he's the is he the tall guy that I'm not really sure, but if you're referring to the puppet troupe of Tui, uh, yeah, we met most of them, and they're really really fantastic performers. and they were very, very hospitable when we were in Hanoi.
And
Yeah, I
Mr.
know.
Zoom, you know him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
Mr.
yes.
Zoom also.
Yeah.
Yes, he
Oh
was
yeah.
our
I've met.
trainer in Egypt.
I see. Okay, good, good. Because my next question now, because I've been very, very excited to ask you about water puppetry. How did you actually get interested in water puppetry? Before you answer mine, let me just give you a little. I'm sorry if I'm gesturing with my left hand because my right hand is with Nicola. I apologize, my.
No,
But
it's okay.
oh, thank you. When we were in Hanoi, when my good friend Danny Liwanag, he's the one who brought us to Hanoi along with my good friend Sam Fuentes. Um, uh, when he told me that there's going to be a water puppetry show in Vietnam, immediately I got amazed because I've seen different kinds of puppetry arts, different kinds of puppetry forms, and I've never seen, even never heard of water puppetry.
Yes,
I was trying to imagine, will the puppeteers be under the water with scuba outfit? And it was really, really something new for me. And then I finally saw it. It was very, very nice. What about you? How did you get interested in water puppetry?
oh, very, very long story. I get interested
Don't
in
worry,
water
we have
puppets.
time.
In 2008, I was doing my master's. After graduation, I got the master degree. So I have to choose a new kind of puppetry to enhance the academic field by the puppetry researches. One of my friends were in Vietnam before me, and he said, I saw something, it's amazing, you can never imagine. I told him what? He said, water puppetry. You can see just these photos. And we were like, oh my God, how this comes, how it happens. And also, he was thinking that's it. Some people wearing diving suits or some electronics in the water or whatever. So I started the story from 2008. I've tried to reach every single person in Egypt to relate it to Vietnam's embassy, and now all of them are my friends. I have been chatting with Mr. Chulung for 4 years, since 2008 until 2012. The first time I have been to Vietnam in 2012. During those 4 years, I was searching, but this kind of art is very unique, and there is no any researches or um, theses, just very few ones. And to know more about this art, it's not easy to find on the internet. You will find them like all same. So I asked my friends in Vietnam, and especially Mr. Chulung, and he sent me some books, which is not easy to find them also. And then I traveled to Vietnam, and it was my big surprise in 2012, after 4 years of searching, to see it in real life. It was amazing. I I can't explain how I felt that time. After 4 years, now it's real. You are in front of a real stage. Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Mai, you mean 2012? That was the time we were in Vietnam, right?
Yes, yes. It was the first time for me to be there.
Oh,
Yeah.
so it's also my first time that time. I think that was the third International Marionettes Festival. They just finished the fifth. We were also in the fourth and the fifth. So
Yeah.
we were together on the third. And remember, we went to Along Bay. That was a
Yeah.
very, very nice trip. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So now you are in. So now let's just go back in time. Now imagine you're in Vietnam, 2012. Very
Yeah.
excited to see water puppetry. And now
Yeah.
that you've seen it, you were amazed.
Yes,
What's next? What came into your mind? I mean, did you actually think that, well, I can do this in Egypt? Wha-
yes. Okay. I did it, but at this time, all the books I have read and all the info I have that water puppeteers never teach foreigners. And actually, it was true that they didn't teach foreigners. I have a French friend. I called him before traveling to Vietnam for the next time in 2013. And I told him I will go to learn water puppetry in Vietnam. It means 1 year later after the festival. He said, okay, my good luck, but don't count on this because Vietnamese never share the water puppetry secrets with foreigners. I said, "Oh my God, no, don't say that. Uh, I will try." And then I went there, and it was the how to say it's not surprise. I can't find more powerful word than surprise. That I've been to the countries of making water puppets. It's very excited. Um, Mr. Chulong helped me a lot in this journey to reach the makers in their countries, specific countries. I mean, there is a country for curving puppets, another country for the lacquers and coloring puppets, and to the theaters for manipulating puppets and see how you can direct a show. Even though I've been in this fruitful journey, after this journey, I have the idea, oh my God, what about doing this in Egypt? Is it possible? And by the way, it's in Egypt to initiate such a new art, it's not very easy. Also, you have to struggle and you have to pay a lot of work and patience. And then I did the designs of my first and only until now water puppet performance in 2013. Uh, After that, I have a contact with the Vietnam National Theatre and Mrs. Thuy to facilitate inviting experts in making puppets and coloring puppets, water puppetry, I mean, to Egypt. Also, it was hard to have the permissions from Vietnam and even from Egypt, and to have the fees and everything. It was really a big
Right.
deal. Yeah.
Yes. You know what, Mai? I think that's a very, very interesting story. Would you know if you're the first foreigner that was able to do this successfully?
Yes, I know.
You
Thank
you
you.
are?
Yes, it's true. Yeah, the
Wow,
first.
officially, huh? Hey, let's
Yes.
talk more about it. I think that's a very, very nice topic. I think that will inspire a lot of people. As a matter of fact, I was actually dreaming of a water puppetry show in Manila with, Filipino folk dances and Filipino stories and everything. But I can imagine it's so difficult to do, and not just difficult, but also maybe very expensive. But we'll talk more about it when we go back. We'll take a break first, Mai. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, when we go back, Mai Mohab from Egypt will show us some of her puppets and maybe a video, and we'll talk more about the water puppetry art she learned in Vietnam, but now being performed in Egypt. When we get back.
Don't go away.
Hi, ito po si Jojo. I'm inviting you to watch The Puppet Stories with Wanlu. That is my new favorite TV show on TNC, the new channel. Every Tuesdays and Fridays, 5 p.m. po yan with Wanlu. Very interesting, very informative, very entertaining. The Puppet Stories with Wanlu on the TNC.
All right, thank you very much, Jojo A. And we are still with the director and puppet designer of the Cairo Puppet Theater in Egypt, my very good friend, Mai Mohab. Welcome back, Mai. Before we call back Mai, I would like to ask all of you to please come and join us and watch all the shows on TNC. Of course, we have the big picture with Lloyd Luna, shares inspiring stories of notable personalities, streams every day at 7 p.m. That's Monday to Friday, 7 p.m. HR Hotline introduces us to the wonderful world of human resources management, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, 1 p.m. We also have iBusiness, the Fort Project, the Home Buyer, TNC Marketplace, and what else do we have? TNC Now, and of course, the Puppet Stories. And we also have new shows. You can see all of the new shows on the screen right now. Please do watch all the shows on the new channel. Let's go back to Mai Mohab. Hi, Mai. All right, Mai, I
Yeah.
am very interested about the thing you said about the first foreigner to learn water puppetry in Hanoi. What was your experience? I mean, of course, you didn't tell anyone that you have to teach me because of this or because of that. What did what did you tell them exactly so that you made them agree to it?
Um, okay, I believe what you believe, you make the others believe. That's it. It's not a secret or a magical way, but when they feel that you love it sincerely and you believe in that sincerely, the others will believe in you and they will support you. And yeah, I have to say, Mr. Chulung and Tan Lam Theater and Vietnam National Theater, they really did for me a great favor because I was passionate about this art and it was like a fascinating art that I can't imagine that one day I can have it. So I don't have a recipe, but just believe what you are doing so the others will support you and will believe in you.
Yes, I'm guessing they probably saw the passion, your passion to learn and your passion to perform water puppetry. And eventually you did, right?
Yes, yes. Alhamdulillah.
Ah, okay. So you were in Vietnam in 2012. When did you exactly perform the very, very first water puppetry performance in Egypt?
Yeah, in Cairo and in
Yeah,
Alguna. Yeah, in Cairo and in Alguna and in New October. Yeah.
October of the same year. I'm sorry, did you say October?
Yes, October is a place in Egypt. You asked me where, or you mean when?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. October is a place in Egypt. No,
Yeah.
I meant when. You were
When?
in Hanoi in 2012. When?
Yes.
After that, when did you
Yeah.
first perform?
2016. May 2016.
Oh, so it took you 4 years. Wow.
Yeah.
That's how difficult it is. And I'm guessing it's so expensive. Huh?
Yes, yes, it wasn't easy and it was expensive. We make the puppets in 2014 and we have to stop for 2 years and then back in 2016. So it wasn't 4 years of successive work.
Right.
No, yeah, we have stops.
And you went back and forth to Hanoi, I'm guessing, several times.
Yeah, yeah, I have been to Hanoi again in 2017, but this time it wasn't like a puppeteer. I was
Right.
introducing the Ministry of Culture in the committee between the two countries. and again in 2019. And was the big dream that I performed the first foreigner water puppetry in Vietnam. In Vietnam.
Right, right. Oh, your team performed in Vietnam?
Yes. Yeah.
Wow, ve- that is very, very interesting, and
Yeah.
I think it's something big for a foreigner to perform water puppetry
Yeah.
in Vietnam. That was very big.
Yes, it's the first time in history at all. Not
Oh,
only.
wow.
Yes. Yes.
First time, huh? So you're the record holder of the first foreigner to learn water puppetry in Vietnam, the first foreigner to perform water puppetry in her own country, and the first foreigner to perform water puppetry in the heart of Vietnam. No less than the capital of Vietnam itself,
Yes.
Hanoi. Wow.
Hanoi in
You
Tan Lam Theater.
in
In
Tang
the
Long Theater. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, in Tang Long. Okay, wow. And Tuy, do you remember Tuy? She's with
Tui.
Tang Long Theater. Uh,
Yes.
yeah, she's also with that theater. And I had another friend. I forgot his name. I hope he's watching. I hope he's not watching because I forgot his name. But Mike,
Lambu. Yes.
you should be on the Guinness Book of World Records for doing this.
Oh my God. Not that much. You make me feel shy.
No, you should. I should be the one writing to the Guinness Book of World Records and
Wow.
tell them about you. Because it is something big. I will do that. All right. Now, let's go back to Egypt, Mai. When
Yes.
you first performed water puppetry in Egypt, how did how was the audience reaction of your fellow Egyptians?
Oh my God. It was amazing reaction. They were surprised and they were happy. You know, the show is the show's music is very interesting one, and it makes you happy. It's full of happiness. I think all the audience leave. Okay, we will come tomorrow again and again. Yeah, it was more than I imagined when I was doing the show. We were training in a swimming pool in Cairo. Beside the swimming pool, there is a high building. It was a hospital. You can't imagine what was happening. The nurses and the staff, they used to go to the roof of the building and watch us in their break times every day, every day, every day for 1 month.
Yeah, and they were already entertained by just the rehearsal, huh?
Yes,
Just
yes,
the rehearsal.
yeah.
Mai, I need to ask this. It's water puppetry art from Vietnam, but your performance, your show, is composed of um, famous characters from Egypt, like I can mention the Pharaoh, the Nile River,
Yes, sure.
Cleopatra. Yeah, the Phoenix, and uh,
It,
are
is
those
this
characters in your show?
Yes, the Egyptian characters. I mean, Isis and Osiris. It's a very, very famous story. Legend talk about love and talk about goodness and worth. So it was the topic because all of this legend has its story on the Nile River. So it was a very good topic to be shown by the water puppetry.
Right? And I have a question because every time somebody says Egypt, immediately I think of the pyramids. So are there pyramids in your show?
No, because the pyramids in the desert. So, but maybe next show I can put them in the backstage. So, if I want to tell something was happened in front of the pyramids, yeah, because it's our icon.
That's right. Nick, let me explain to the little boy. The setting, I believe the setting of the story was in the Nile River. How can there be a pyramid in the Nile River?
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I was just thinking of the pyramid.
Hey,
But
Amai. Oh yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
it's worth it because before in the very, very, very old eras, in front of the pyramids, it was the Nile River. directly.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see.
Good question, Nicola.
Wow.
See, I told you it's a good question. Yeah, thank you, Nai.
Okay. Now I
Welcome.
believe you, Nicola. All right, Mai, I believe you have videos. We let's show a video of I think it was your a video of your workshops. Let's see.
Okay, thank you.
I think our director will show a video. Let's see, Ms. Apple. I think Miss Mai has a video of her workshops in several places all over the world. Let's wait for it.
Just a few
Direct
of them.
Lloyd. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Not
I
all.
think Direct Lloyd. There we go.
Oh, this is the demo of the show.
Oh, this is
It's
the
not the
demo of the water
yes.
puppetry show. All right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
better. Wow. This is the one in Egypt.
Yes.
Waha. This is. I understand you're one of the puppeteers, right?
Yes.
Oh, cool. So you're the director and one of the puppeteers. Wow.
I
Hey,
was
that's a
moving these
familiar.
puppets.
Oh, I see. That's a familiar character. And what's this?
uh, this is yeah, it's Isis and this is Set.
Oh,
This is Isis and Osiris.
I see. The stars of the show, huh?
Yeah.
And this was in Cairo,
Yeah.
right? You know, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who are watching, this is very interesting because the puppets are actually uh on the water, and you're wondering how this is being operated, being manipulated by the puppeteers. And if you're wondering, well, you're not the first. I was also wondering how this was done when I
Me.
first saw this in Hanoi. And now they're doing it in Egypt. And I also have a dream, Mai, of one day I'll find someone, maybe I can ask my producers, Lloyd and Apple, to produce this in the Philippines someday. Amai, how many puppeteers do you have for this particular show?
Around 30 puppets.
30. 30, huh?
Yes.
And you trained for more than a month. Wow. That I think it's very difficult to do, but now that I'm watching it, every second of the rehearsal, I'm sure is worth your time and your effort. Thank you. Thank you for showing this video.
Thank
Very,
you so
very
much.
interesting.
Thank you.
Uh,
Thank you, Wanlu.
All right, Mai, we'll take a break first. When we go back, you're going to tell the world your puppet story. All right?
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will be right back.
Don't leave because actually, Tito Han would like to
Remind them of what?
that after before the end of the show, there is going to be our guest performer Shania and Kikai,
That's right.
and we also continue reading the book of Tito Hanlu, ang datang gustong naging patet.
In celebration of Pambansang Buwan ng Wika. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, don't leave. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Puppet Stories. That was a video of Mai Mohab doing workshops all over the world. And Mai Mohab is the director and the puppet designer of the Cairo Puppet Troupe in Egypt. Uh, Mai, what's this? Another video?
Did you mean the one is playing now? This video
Yeah,
is talking about the journey from Vietnam to Egypt for water puppetry. It's a little big journey, so we minimized only in 12 minutes. We minimized
right.
around 8 years in 12 minutes.
8 years in 12 minutes. Wow. Okay, I know the place earlier that was shown somewhere in Hanoi. And what about this one? Where's this?
This is the Tay Pagoda, and this is the monk, the pagoda where the monk that's used to do water puppetry first. So we have to refer for him in the video.
I see. All right. While we're watching the video, ladies and gentlemen, you're oh wow, this is actually in a river. Wow.
No,
Yeah, I think
this ethnic museum. I think you went there.
yeah, I think I went there. It was yeah, I believe I went there
Yeah.
during the second time I went to Hanoi. But anyway, while we're watching the video, ladies and gentlemen, we have a few people who would like to say hello to Mai. Catherine Kahanding. Hello po. Catherine is saying hello.
Hello.
Mai. Margaret Gabriel Marquez. Meji. Hello, Galing. She's saying hi and it's so good. All right.
Thank you.
And G. Lira Patok, I love puppetry watching from Zamboanga del Norte. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching a video of Mai Mohab, the director and puppet maker, puppet designer of Cairo Puppetry Troupe in Egypt. This is her journey of bringing water puppetry to Egypt from Vietnam. This is a span of 8 years, and now it's being edited into a short video of, I don't know, 10 to 12 minutes. Oh, this is how they make the puppets.
Yeah. Yes.
Wow, and you were there all the while to watch them and to supervise. Want to make sure they look the characters look something familiar to the
Oh,
Egyptian audience.
no, no, no. It's not like that, actually. I was learning the
Uh-huh.
traditional way of making water puppets in Vietnam.
I see.
Yeah, it's not related to my show. The show we started carving the
Oh,
puppets later. Yeah,
I see. So this moment, this particular part of the video, you're still learning how
student.
it's being made.
Yeah,
Right, right. Good, good.
yeah. Ah, let me tell you something also, Wanlu. I've told you
Yes,
that
go ahead.
the first one or the first foreigner to learn water puppetry. Actually, I mean to learn the whole game or the whole story of water puppetry. But there are other foreigners went only to learn manipulation or to see the stage or to learn music. But I mean not the whole story, not the whole. Uh,
Right.
yeah, this is the important
Yes.
point. Yeah.
Yes, I understand because I believe and I understand because your passion is kind of different from all of us. Well, I love water puppetry of Vietnam, but I'm more interested on just the manipulation and the performance. But you studied everything behind it, not just the performance, but most likely the history, even the history of water puppetry.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, good for you. And that's why you have many friends from Vietnam, and I'm sure the Vietnamese the national puppetry troupe of Vietnam is so proud of you and so happy that you brought their puppetry art to Egypt.
Thank you so much for this. Thank you.
Yeah,
They did me a favor, all of them. Yeah, Mr. Also, I have to mention for the second stage of the project, Mr. Zhu. Now he is the director of Vietnam National Theatre, and Mr. Tuan, he was his assistant. but unfortunately he passed away 2 years ago. He was our honest assistant actually. And Mr. Bong, Mr. Loy, Mr. Bong is the puppet maker, the very professional puppet maker in Vietnam, and he was my teacher for in 2013. And he was assisting me and teaching all of the Egyptian team how to make and how to curve water puppet, as you
Right.
see in the video now.
Yeah,
This
we're
is
watching
Mr.
on the video now. These are now the actual puppets that you use in your performance in
Yeah.
Egypt, because now I can see characters, familiar Egyptian characters, like the
Yes.
I saw the phoenix. I don't know if it's called the phoenix, but it's some kind of a bird, right?
Yes. It's a goose, the Egyptian goose.
Oh, I'm sorry. All
It's
right.
okay. Mm.
Okay. Okay, Mai. Now we need to ask you a question that we ask all the guests in the show. Mai Mohab, what is your puppet story?
Okay. My puppet story. Um, just love what are you doing. Give puppets and it will give you back for sure. It's journey. It's not a competition. It's not a competitive art as much as it's interesting art, and how you can develop. Always think out of the box and you will reach somehow. Puppets is my passion and is my career as work as well. um, I think I'm in the middle of the journey. I didn't finish it yet until now. um, I believe in puppets because it's not for a specific age or something. It's for community, for the childrens and for the adults, for every person. It makes peace between people. We know each other as a very good friend, and we have like millions or hundreds of miles between us. This is because of puppetry. So puppetry is art for community. That's it.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mai. That's true. Even if you're hundreds of miles away, puppetry has brought us together, and now we're friends because of puppetry. And so I think puppetry has done a lot for all of us. All right, Mai, thank you very much for being in the show. It's such an honor for us to have you here, and it's really a great pleasure to see how well you did with your water puppetry adventure, and now your water puppetry endeavor. Good work, Mai. Thank you very much for being in the show.
Thank you so much, Wanlu. Thank you. It's pleasure being with you and with Nicola as well.
Thank you, Nai. We'll see you again when this is all over, the pandemic, okay? We'll see you again. Bye, Nai.
Sure.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
All right, thank you very much, Mai, for joining us, and it was really fun to see all your work, your hard work, and I'm sure it's now paying off. All right. And ladies and gentlemen, that was Miss Mai Mohab, the director and puppet designer of the Cairo Puppet Theater in Egypt. Before we end the show, ladies and gentlemen, let's go back to our special guest, Shania Sarangay. Let's go, Shania.
Nagbabalik po kami. Hikay? Hikay. Oh, nakatulog. Singin po ulit natin. Hikay. Ah. Oh, ayun na hala ulit tayo. Oo, nandito na ulit tayo. Diba? Kakanta ulit tayo. Pero bago po ulit kami kumanta, kukwento muna po namin kung paano po kami nagkakilala. Nagkakilala po kami noong March 14. Binigay po siya sa amin ni Sir Rodel. Kaya laking pasalamat po namin kay Sir Rodel kasi po kung wala siya, wala po sa amin ngayon si Kikay. Noong March 14 po, tsaka po napunta si Kikay sa pamilya namin. Oo nga siya niya eh. Sobrang saya ko ng araw na yon. Ako rin naman eh, sobrang saya ko kasi nakilala kita. Pero Kikay, promise walang iwanan. Oo na nga, walang iwanan. so broken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round. You can fight but I see it in you, so we gonna walk it out. And ang team, gonna walk it out and ang team. And I'll rise up, rise like the day, oh rise up, rise to the fray, oh rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up, high like the flames, I'll rise up, inside of the eagle, rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. Oh, you, oh, you, oh, you, oh, you. Maraming salamat po. Maraming salamat po. At wag niyo pong kalimutan na mag-subscribe sa aming YouTube channel. Search niyo lang po ang pangalan ko, Shania Sarangay.
All right. Thank you very much, Shania and Kikay. Ladies and gentlemen,
Hi, Nicola.
please follow.
Daday ka, Kikay. Uy, ladies and gentlemen, puntahan niyo po yung nag-subscribe po kayo sa YouTube channel ni Shania. Just search Shania Sarangay.
Thank you very much, Shania. We'll see each other again. Don't worry, God willing, after the pandemic, tuturuan ka namin pa. I'm sure gagaling pa. Ladies and gentlemen, can you imagine? She's only 8 years old, but she is celebrating her birthday. Shania, kailan birthday mo?
August 13 po.
Parang ang kailan birthday mo, Shania?
Sa Thursday na po.
Thursday.
Opo.
August 13.
Opo.
Oy, happy birthday. Bati mo.
Shania, happy birthday!
Thank you,
Shania,
Nicola.
Ay, salamat din.
Shania, on behalf of the new channel, we're wishing you happy birthday. And because it's your 9 years old ka na pala sa Thursday. And because
Apa.
it's your birthday, because of the new channel, and because you're awesome talent, nako,
Thank you
mas
po.
marami nang makakapanood sa'yo.
Thank you for joining us.
All right, happy birthday,
Thank you
Shania.
po.
Thank you.
Bye,
Bye-bye po.
Kikay.
Bye.
All right, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, babalik natin si Shania in one of our future episodes. But right now, if you need us for your shows or kiddie parties or events, please do book us. We have our virtual kiddie party show. We have the circus show. And we also have other themes like the dinosaur show and the animal safari show. Pwede ho ito sa mga birthday ng bata or event or kahit walang okasyon. If you want to be entertained, just book us. We are on Facebook. Search Wanlu and his puppets. Before we end the show, we'll do this real quick because we only have a few minutes left. In celebration po of Buwan ng Wikang Pambansa, itutuloy po natin real quick ang pagbasa ng ating binabasang Ang Batang Gustong Maging Puppet.
Sinulat yan po ni Tito Wanlu.
Opo, sinulat ni Tito Wanlu along with 3 children. Basahin ko na nga, nakalimutan ko na eh.
Si Harriet, si Daryl Hannah, tsaka si Nike.
Yan, okay. Bilisan na natin, Nicolo, ha?
Sige po.
2 page lang basahin natin. Inumpisahan po namin ito a few weeks ago. This is the 3rd week and tuloy natin. Okay? Recap lang po, si Nicolo, nagpunta na siya sa plaza.
Opo, nakita niya po si Nang Elias na may kasanang tatit na si Kiko. Tuwang-tuwa si Nicolo.
Tama. So, umpisahan natin ngayon dito, page 9, umuwi na si Nicolo sa bahay. Ang batang gustong maging puppet. Pag uwi ni Nicolo sa kanilang bahay, ay kinamusta siya ng kanyang ina na si Aling Nena. Nicolo, anak, kumusta ang araw mo sa paaralan? Mabuti naman po, nanay, sa awa at tulong ng Diyos. Ang sagot ni Nicolo. Meron po kaming takdang aralin.
Ano yung takdang aralin, Tito Wanlu?
Homework or assignment.
Homework.
Sa Lunes ay iuulat namin sa harapan ng klase kung ano po ang gusto naming maging. Agad namang tinanong ni Aling Nena si Nicolo kung ano nga ba ang pangarap niyang maging.
Ano ka kaya itong arat?
Teka muna. Papakita ko muna yung picture ni Aling Nena. Ayan po si Aling Nena, ang nanay ni Nicolo.
Yan ang nanay ko.
Hindi, yung Nicolo sa storya.
Ayun, ang ganda ng nanay ni Nicolo. Oh. Yan si Aling Nena.
Yan, okay, si Aling Nena. 2 page lang ngayon ha.
O sige po.
Yan. Page 10. Walang alinlangan na sumagot si Nicolo. Nanay, gusto ko pong maging isang puppet.
Puppet?
Tama, puppet. Natulala ang kanyang ina at di nakaimik ng ilang sandali. Puppet. Puppet ba kamo, Nicolo? Opo, puppet po na katulad ni Kiko, ang puppet ni Mang Elias. Di malaman ng ina ni Nicolo kung ano ang isasagot kaya ngumiti na lang ito at sinabi kay Nicolo, o sige anak, magpalit ka na ng damit na pambahay, kakain na tayo maya-maya. Pagkatapos ay matulog ka na. Baka pagod lang yan.
Oo nga.
Teka muna, pakita natin yung page na yun ha. Ayan. Ito kasi yung time na naisip na ni Nicolo na gusto niyang maging puppet.
Oo nga, Tito Wanlu. Pakita mo.
Ayan. Ayan, no? Nagwawalis kasi yung nanay niya. Teka muna, hindi ko mapakita ng maayos. Ayan. Tuwan-tuwa si Nicolo. Sabi niya, puppet, gusto kong maging puppet. Ayan. At dyan na po mag-uumpisa kung bakit naging puppet si Nicolo. You'll find out next week and in the coming weeks. In the meantime, magpapaalam na po kami sa inyo. Salamat po. Thank you very much for all of you who joined us this afternoon. Of course, thank you to Shania Sarangay, 8-year-old ventriloquist, and of course, the director and puppet designer of Cairo Puppet Troupe in Egypt, Miss Mai Mohab.
Okay, mga bata, huwag niyong kakalimutan. Pagkagising, nanalangin. Bago natulog, nanalangin. Bago kumain, nanalangin. Lahat ng dagay na gagawin natin, itagtagudili natin sa Diyos.
Tama. Next week, we will have, I'm sorry, not next week, but on Friday, we will have another guest, a guest ventriloquist from Indonesia, Budi Haha. Very funny ventriloquist, Nicola.
I know him. He's so funny.
Yeah, Budi Haha from Indonesia will be with us on Friday. In the meantime, that's all the time we have for all of you today. Thank you very much for joining us. May the Lord keep us all safe. Bye.
Bye.